Greetings, everyone. Hello. It is my delight, my honor to introduce our host for today, the Chancellor of this wonderful university, Chancellor Susan Cook.
Thank you all very much. I just want to point out, people didn't spring to their feet and applaud when I walked in. At all. So, I don't know what's going on there, but thank you very much for that. Very, very kind welcome. I'm very glad to be with you today. My name is Susan Cook, and I am the Chancellor at the Springfield campus here at the University of Illinois. So I want to start by saying welcome to the University of Illinois. Are there any University of Illinois graduates in this room? I think there are. That's what I figured. And I'm sure you all know that the Springfield campus is not the only campus of the University of Illinois. We have branch campuses in Urbana-Champaign. We have another little branch campus up in Chicago. And when you look at all three of those campuses, by the way, this year, we are educating 78,117 students. So we're busy. That includes the 5,431 that are on this campus. We're going to award over 20,000 degrees this year. And we're going to send out into the world, as you well know, because some of you are those individuals, we're going to send out amazing alums that are going to do amazing things, not only across the state, but around the world. So we're very, very proud of our university. We're also very aware that for every one of those University of Illinois students that I mentioned, including online students, the library, and more importantly, the innovative librarians who enable those students to explore, to apply what they're learning, to discover, are really an essential key to their educational experience. So I'm a big fan of all of you, and I want to thank all of you for the professional service that you provide in whatever role that you are in. It's just an incredibly important role. When I have an opportunity to welcome this group, I really enjoy taking a look at the program, because the kinds of sessions you're in are not the kinds of sessions that I typically attend. But I see a lot of really engaging words like transformative, teamwork, hands-on, collaboration, creativity, accessibility, access. And this year, my favorite word in your program is make-stravaganza. Yeah! That's a very cool word. So congratulations to you on your choice of words. That's awesome. I can see that you're all going to be very, very busy, and I hope that you will feel right at home on our campus. Some of you will know that UIS is really a very young campus of the University of Illinois. This is our 20th year being part of the university. We are consistently a top-ranked regional public university in Illinois. And all those words that I just mentioned that are in your program really come to life here every day, and we're very proud of the educational experience our students have. 56% of our students are undergraduates, and 44% of our students are in graduate programs. So we have a lot of graduate students at this institution. 1,600 students are studying purely online, and many of you probably know we have a national reputation for high-quality online learning, and those students also have wonderful access to our library, thanks to the leadership of our leader, Jane Treadwell, and her team here at the library. We are a campus where we like to say leadership is lived here every day, and we have a tradition of really paying close attention to students, providing them with individualized attention and a supportive experience that will really help to enable them not only to walk across that stage at commencement, but also to succeed in life. I learned this morning that we have about 1,500 students that are going to walk across the commencement stage this May, and it will be our largest commencement in the history of the campus, so we're very excited about that. So I'm very delighted to know that besides the 5,000 plus students we have on our campus this week, we have all of you. And again, I'm just delighted to welcome all of you here. I hope you have a great experience, and I hope you have an opportunity to come back sometime in the future. Thank you so much.
One more round of applause for our Chancellor. So you know me, Ann Craig. I'm the director of the State Library. I work for Secretary White, our wonderful state librarian, and I want to tell him about this great initiative we have, ILEAD USA, Innovative Librarians, Explore, Apply, and Discover. That is you. It's a grant program funded by the Institute of Museum and Library Services. This is our 4th competitive grant. Yay! That's working. And the U of I here in Springfield has always been our partner for this program. Now, we all know that ILEAD USA is a leadership program, that it is supposed to help each team, and we have 6 teams with us today, help them learn about using technology to meet some need in their communities. And we've had teams working together to design services for job seekers by using video programs and building web services, and even a group of Chicago law librarians that built web services for new lawyers and students. One of our 2013 teams, the Llamas, who are here today, won a prestigious National Night Challenge grant this year to continue their Make It at Your Library team project. Let's hear it for the Llamas. In 2013, IMLS funded our program to extend it to 4 other states, Colorado, Iowa, Ohio, and Utah. This year, IMLS funded 9 other states to join us for a total of 10. This is Delaware, Maine, North Dakota, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Utah, and Wisconsin. All starting from a program that Secretary White envisioned in 2009. ILEAD USA is an investment. It's an investment for your library, for you, and that investment pays dividends for your communities by truly transforming you, your services, to help meet residents wherever it is that they are, and giving us the tools we need to remain relevant. We've called ILEAD USA a sustained immersion program. Our ILEADers come to 3 in-person sessions over the course of a year, and in the in-between times, they work together virtually. I'd like our ILEADers only. Could you stand right now so we could recognize you? ILEADers, stand up. Yay! Each of these teams has a mentor. So could each of the mentors stand and be recognized, please? Along with our mentors, we have enlisted a wonderful, top-notch instructor corps. They have had sessions ranging on everything from video editing to how to build effective and inspired outreach in a virtual world. Could our instructor corps please stand? Over 250 Illinois library staff will have graduated from the 4 previous cohorts to date, and another 75 staff from our sister state libraries participated as well. All of them have forged new bonds, learned new skills, and we know they've been more connected to their communities, more confident in their skills, and practiced in just what it means to reach out, to ask, to listen, to design, and to serve. So please, give yourselves one more big round of applause. Now it is my honor, my privilege, to introduce my boss, the man responsible for this fabulous program, Jesse White, our fabulous Secretary of State.
Thank you very much, Anne, the Supreme Commander, the rule of all you survey. And And to Chancellor Susan Cook, I want to thank her for allowing us the opportunity to have her to join with us today. And of course, Dean Treadwell, thank you very much for your giving and caring spirit and for making a difference in the lives of the students that you have here, as well as providing this wonderful facility for us to use so that we can become better educated and better informed. As your head librarian, my mission, of course, is to represent the libraries across the state of Illinois. And this library system that we have here in Illinois is the largest of its kind in the nation. We have 5,000 libraries that come under my jurisdiction. Of course, we distribute about $77 million a year for that effort. And then at the same time, we also have another $50 million that we distribute to the libraries in support of the construction needs. If the roof happens to fall off, or you want to make the library handicap accessible, or you want to make the library child friendly, you can challenge us by providing us with the information, and then of course come up with half the money, and then we would give you the other half. So it's a pleasure for me to be here with you today. I have a different look. I have the Kojak look. Last week I went to a place called it's a Southeast Elementary School, and they were cutting hair to have those hair particles donated to young people suffering from what is called childhood cancer. I didn't have much to give, but I had 2 reasons to give. I had 3 reasons to give. One, I had to give them a check. 2, I had to give them my hair. Then, of course, the third thing is I walked away with a better look. So I'm just trying to get used to this new dude. And of course, I had a lollipop in my mouth too. I should know the story. It's the Kojak look. Of course, as Ian indicated too, that the 9 other libraries around the country have joined us to participate in this wonderful program that we started back in 2009. And their program is going on simultaneously. The purpose of ILEAD USA program is to incorporate technology into our libraries. And it's also a great leadership training program as well. Technology has become an important part of our everyday lives. I'm trying to get used to it as we speak, because when you look at my cell phone, I have the old flip phone. Let you know how far behind the times I am. We want to continue to provide, educate, and to update library patrons on technology. This will ensure that libraries will continue to be the center for people to visit. People come to the libraries more now than ever before because they want to update their resumes, search for jobs, and for other information. Besides working to provide more technology in our libraries, I'd like to also take a moment to talk with you about something else that's happening here in Illinois. Last year we launched the eRead Illinois, which allows patrons to check out books on their tablets or their mobile devices. Earlier this month we hosted Targeting Autism, and of course you know that is a disease that a lot of young people experience. And I attend a lot of fundraising events on a regular basis to do all we can to help to improve their quality of life or help them to become productive in our society. Earlier, as I indicated before, that is one of my pet projects, and we've done something about it. We have 2 forums aimed at increasing library resources for people with autism. We also have what is called Talking Book and Braille programs, which will give the blind or visually impaired people an opportunity to read. Last year we encouraged patrons to use this system to be able to read the various denominations of bills, and I was impressed with this device. It's a little device where you take a bill, a dollar bill, or whatever the denomination is, and it will let you know what the denomination is. And I often wondered, if I were blind and I had money in my hand or in my pocket or in my wallet, how would I know whether I'm getting the real bang for the buck? Am I really getting my change back, or am I giving you the right amount of money? This device will let you know if it's a $5 bill, if it's a $10 bill, if it's a $1 bill. That's one of the finest things I think we've come up with, and I'm just really glad that it's available to those suffering from blindness. And I also want to encourage you to gain as much information as you possibly can from this conference. And I hope that our innovative leadership program that will provide you with some additional tools that will impact your home community library. In closing, I have a philosophy of life, and that is, you come through this door, you become successful, you give back. I also believe you should do something good for someone every day. Individuals will come into your library, and they will be seeking the various services. And the libraries have been good about providing those services in a timely manner and in a highly professional way. In the Secretary of State's office, I've had to get rid of about 500 individuals because they did not know how to talk or communicate properly with my patrons, or they would do something that was improper. So I'm going to write a book, and it will be in the libraries after I leave the Secretary of State's office. It's why I fired 500 people within a 15-year period of time. It will be a must read. But the library is a safety net, the light at the end of the tunnel for a lot of people. What is a community without a library? Not much. And what is a library with people who don't care about the patrons? Not much. But I'm really proud of the fact that not only have you taken on the job, but you've taken on the responsibility that goes with it. You've made the library a wholesome place for the young people to come. There are a lot of young people who become what's called latchkey children. So they come to the library so that they can be there, they can become better educated, better informed, and at the same time, they're out of harm's way. And the parents can feel good about the fact that I know for a fact that my child is at the library and I know where to pick him up, rather than for him to be getting involved with something else, doing something that's not exactly proper in society. If by chance this young man happens to stray off the beaten path, get himself into trouble with the law, then it costs we the taxpayers here in Illinois not only the loss of talent, but $20,000 to $60,000 a year to put one person in prison for 1 year. And 83% of the people in prison today have not graduated from high school. So now you know who they are, and I know who they are, and that's why I'm going to do all I can to save as many as I possibly can. And I need some partners in this effort, and I think I had that partnership right here. So thank you for your commitment to the people within your community, because when you wrap your arms around them, it helps make them a better individual. It helps them to realize their dreams, and of course society will benefit from that. Thank you for your giving and caring spirit and for your commitment. Enjoy this wonderful experience. And to Ann, I salute you many times over for a job well done.
To introduce my dear friend, my cohort in crime, the dean of the library here at the university, without whom we would not have such a warm and friendly and lovely home for our programs. Jane sets the tone, makes it possible, and makes sure that we come into these programs with a sense of we are home. So Jane, come say hi. Jane Treadwell.
Well, I would like to thank Secretary White and my dear friend Ann Craig, without whom ILEAD would not exist. And here we are in the 5th year. It's our 5th anniversary. I can testify to the power of ILEADU because all but 2 of the librarians at UIS have gone through ILEAD in one team or another. And they have come back and they have made our library a better place. They have thought of really innovative things to do with our patrons. We started an outreach program to the students, and we weren't looking for money when we did that, but a few years later, the student government voted to increase the library tech fee for the library.
Woo!
Yeah. So we went from a 1/10 of that fee to about 40%.
Wow.
So, and I really have to go back to ILEADU for some of the credit for that, because everybody who came back really was putting the patron at the center of everything they did. And, you know, I'm glad that it yielded some monetary reward, but more than that, it's made it a better place for our students. I know that you all are going through a great program this week. I know that you work very hard and that when you leave you will be tired. But you will also have sort of discovered everything that's inside you that you are able and capable of doing that you didn't realize that was there. So I commend you for being part of ILEADU. Again, I thank Anne and Secretary of State White and everybody else, including David Lenkus, who's been involved in planning the program and keeping it sustained for 5 years. Congratulations to all of you, and I look forward to seeing you over the next 9 months. Thank you.
Well, we are now going to take some photos with the secretary. Before we do, though, I just want to present him with this little stack of cards from the people here, sir. These cards talk to you about how much your program means and what your support means to them. So, sir, would you like to close us out before photos?
Again, to Ms. Treadwell and to my boss, Ann Craig, and to you, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for me to be here with you today. I flew in this morning from Chicago to take some pictures and to address about 500 young people who came to my office. My office was so full that I had to stand on the desk to address them. And they're from a co-op organization. And I talk to them about life, talk to them about the fact that I always want them to look up and aim high in life, and the only time I want them to look down and that's to tie their shoes. And remind them too that every day we want them to put something between their ears of the scalp that will carry them far. And that they should be in school on time every day and have one aim in mind, that's to get the best education possible. Talk to them about loving their fellow man and woman and never ever disliking anyone because of race, creed, or color. And remind them too that when they get it back, and every day they have to do something good for someone. That was basically the message. But the bottom line is this: these young people are going to help run this great country of ours. It's important for us to do all we can to give them the tools and the support that is necessary for that to occur. I coach a team called the Jesse White Tumblers. I was a gymnast as a kid. I was gymnast in college, taught for the Board of Education Park District YMCA, and was asked to pull the gym show out of professional baseball. Played baseball in the Cub organization, so someone asked, what is your favorite team? I said, I like the Cubs, Cardinals, and White Sox. He said, well, that's a political answer. I said, no, I was born in Alton, Illinois, and across the river from St. Louis, and so Whitey, Karowski, Marty Marion, Stan Musial, Red Shandy's, those people, those players and more were my heroes. So then when I moved to Chicago and later signed a contract to play baseball for the Cubs, the Cardinals still remain one of my favorite teams. And of course, if you live in Chicago, you have the Cubs on the north side, you have the White Sox on the south side, can we all just get along? And so I used to jump out of perfect good airplanes. This is my pen, I was with the 101st Airborne Division, You never worry about the jump, it's a sudden stop. So I served in the military not once, not twice, but 3 times. And so I remind these young people that we're counting on them to run this great country of ours. And I want you to remind them too, put something between their ears every day other than scalp. Love that fellow man and woman. Sure, in my lifetime I may have wanted to be another ethnic group, but it didn't happen that way. So the hand that I was dealt with, that's the hand I have to play. And I want everyone to play the hand that was dealt to them. At the same time, I don't want to make life miserable for you because of what you turn out to be. But I do want you to be a good human being, a good person. Love your fellow man and woman. Do all you can to help the greatest country on the face of the earth to continue to flourish. So with that, I just hope that you will leave here today after you get your liquid and gastronomical appeasement. I think that's food and drink. And I have to tell you a quick story, and then I'll conclude. I was a lawmaker for 16 years, and so I had a fundraising event at a place called Faces. And I was at a senior citizen building, so I gave the senior citizens 60 free tickets, or 60 tickets that I had stamped complimentary on for my party. None of them showed up. And so I saw them a few days later, and I was disappointed because you didn't show up for my party. They said, well, we didn't have money to give you. I said, what do you mean? I had on the ticket stamp complimentary, which meant you didn't have to pay. He said, well, next time, stamp free. One quick story. This young man got kicked out of 5 high schools and 10 colleges and universities. So finally he said to his father, Father, I want to go to Notre Dame. So father reluctantly enrolled him to Notre Dame. 4 years later, the father arrives at the campus on graduation day, and he looked at the program. His son was on the dean's list. So he said, son, come here, I want to talk with you. What is this? You got kicked out of 5 colleges, 5 high schools, and 10 colleges and universities, and now you're on the dean's list. What happened to you when you came to Notre Dame? He said, well, Pa, when I walked into the Gold Dome, and I saw that man nailed to the cross, I knew they meant business. So, thank you.